Set B 18 sum of theoretical distribution. If two quartiles of n is mu and variance are 14.6 and 25.4, what is standard deviation? Now here the formula of standard deviation and quartile deviation will work. Quartile deviation is 0.675 of standard deviation. Now quartile 1 is 14.6, I guess. 14.6 and Q3 is 25.4. Now if Q1 and Q3 is given, I can easily find out QD, that is quartile deviation, which is Q3 minus Q1 upon 2. This is the formula that we have already learned in dispersion. So it is 25.4 minus 14.6 upon 2. It's 25.4 minus 14.6 divided by 2. It comes to be 5.4. Now your quartile deviation is 5.4. So how to find out standard deviation? 5.4 is 0.675 into standard deviation. So standard deviation is 5.4 divided by 0.675. It is 8. Your answer is 8. CD is your answer. Now see, this was one of the formula I've given you, right? That quartile deviation, mean deviation, the ratio between quartile mean and standard deviation is 10:12:15. And then we have said that QD is 0.675 into standard deviation and MD is 0.8 into standard deviation. Now using these formulas, they may ask you many questions. म्हणून हे लक्षात ठेवायच्या सगळ्या प्रॉपर्टीज ज्या आहेत त्या व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. The next 19th one, if mean deviation of normal variable is 16, what is its quartile deviation? Now see, it's based on the same formula. Mean deviation is 16. Mean deviation is 0.8 of standard deviation. So 16 is 0.8 of standard deviation. Standard deviation is 16 upon 0.8. So 16 divided by 0.8, it becomes 20. The standard deviation is 20. But we don't want standard deviation. We want quartile deviation. So quartile deviation is obviously 0.675 into standard deviation. So 0.675 into 20. Your answer is 13.5. Yes, we have the answer B. If the points of inflection of normal curve are 40 and 60 respectively, then its mean deviation is point of inflection. Again, theory based question. What is the point of inflection? As it's mentioned yesterday only, we saw this mu minus standard deviation and mu plus standard deviation. These are point of inflection. This is 40, this is 60. Now we can add them. Nine. Mu minus standard deviation, if you put actually in the formula, you get z is equals to -1 and z is equals to 1. Okay, because there is a difference in the sign, it means mu minus standard deviation and mu plus standard deviation are different. One lies on the left hand side. See, if this is your normal curve, then, and this is my axis, then it lies, one lies on this side and the other lies on this side. This is the difference. हे बघा हा डिफरन्स आहे. नाही, हे एरिया इक्वल आहेत. सी व्हॉट इज इक्वल? एरिया. व्हॅल्यूज आर डिफरंट. एरिया इक्वल आहे कारण स्टँडर्ड नॉर्मल कर्व इज symmetric, but values are different. So these are 2 points of inflection, and from this moment, from this point, the concave lanes start becoming convex curve. Okay, now I have 2 equations. I'll solve them simultaneously. 2 mu standard deviation is cancelled is equals to 100. Mu is 50. Mu plus है ना? These are simultaneous equation. Mu is plus and standard deviation is cancelled because they are plus minus. I am adding this. So mu is 50, mu is mean, and they want mean deviation. Let us find out the standard deviation in that case then. So standard deviation का ये लिख रहे, mu minus standard deviation is 40, 50 minus standard deviation is 40. Standard deviation is obviously 10. If standard deviation is 10, then mean deviation is 0.8 into standard deviation. That is 0.8 into 10. Mean deviation is 8. Let's see if we have the answer. Standard deviation minus मध्ये यायचं काही कारणच नाहीये. हा standard deviation इकडे जाईल, 40 इकडे येईल. It will become 10. I have got mean deviation, but they have asked me the point of inflection of a normal curve is 40 and 60. Then its mean deviation is mean deviation is coming 8 for us, but they have not given the answer. तो हमारा आंसर आया है 8 और ये आंसर करेक्ट है. ये जो मॉड्यूल मैंने डाउनलोड किया है इसमें ये आंसर गलत है. ये मेरा जो मॉड्यूल है ये पुराना एक्चुअली मैंने डाउनलोड किया था, तो उसमें ये गलत है. So let us go to 21. If the quartile deviation of a normal curve is 4.05, find its mean deviation. ये इस तरह के सम आप बहुत एक्सपेक्ट करो पेपर में, क्वार्टाइल मीन और स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन के सम. 4.05. So quartile deviation is 4.05 and they want mean deviation. Quartile deviation is 0.675 into standard deviation. So quartile deviation 4.05 is equals to 0.675 into standard deviation. So 4.05 divided by 0.675. So standard deviation is 6. Okay. Then mean deviation. Mean deviation is 0.8 into standard deviation. 0.8 into 6. 4.8 in our mean deviation. D. Yes. 22nd. If the first quartile and mean deviation about median of a normal distribution. See, in normal distribution, mean deviation about median, about mean, everything is same. क्योंकि mean median more ही same होता है. So first quartile is 13.25 and mean deviation is 8. Then mode of the distribution is. Now we should know one thing here. They have said first quartile is 13.25. mean deviation about median is 8. मीन डेविएशन अबाउट मीडियन हो या अबाउट मोड हो या कुछ भी हो, वो सेम ही रहता है इसमें, क्योंकि मीन मीडियन और मोड भी सेम होता है। अब उनको क्या चाहिए इसका, दे वांट मोड ऑफ द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन। तो अगर हमको मीन भी मिल गया या मीडियन भी मिल गया तो हमको मोड मिल जाएगा। ओके, मीन मीडियन एंड मोड आर सेम इन नॉर्मल, दे आर सेम। नहीं, फर्स्ट क्वार्टाइल इज 13.25 एंड मीन डेविएशन इज 8, और उन्होंने बोला है कि आप मोड निकालो। 22nd, the first quartile is 13.25 and mean deviation about median is 8. Then mode. Because it's a normal distribution, quartile 1 is 13.25. Quartile 1 in normal distribution is mu minus 0.675 into standard deviation. Mean deviation about median is 8. We should know that in normal distribution, as mean, median, mode are same, mean deviation is also same. So mean deviation is 0.8 into standard deviation. So 8 is equals to 0.8 into standard deviation. So standard deviation will be 10. Now once I've got standard deviation, I'll put it in this formula. So 13.25 is equals to mu minus 0.675 into 10. 13.25 is mu plus 6.75. Sorry, minus atsate. So mu will become 20. Mu is mean. Mean is 20 and so is the mode. क्योंकि normal distribution में mean, median, mode सब same होते हैं, इसलिए mode यहाँ पे है 20. A is the answer. Now sum number 23. If the area of standard normal curve between z is equals to 0 and z is equals to 1 is 0.3413, then the value of phi 1. Now what does this phi 1 means? This value of phi 1 I want. It means area less than 1. याचा अर्थ काय phi चा नॉर्मल मध्ये less than area. So they want area less than 1. If 1 is lying here, they want this entire area. Now we know that this area is 0.5 and this area they have given as 0.3413. तो आप ऐड करोगे इन दोनों को तो वो होगा 0.8413. दैट इज योर एरिया. आपको Z टेबल लर्न नहीं करना है क्योंकि एग्जाम में वो लोग जनरली आपको एरिया दे देते हैं आणि खरं तर ना काही एरियाज आपल्यालाच लक्षात राहून जातात. So if you do the sums, you tend to remember area between z is equals to 0 and 1. उन्होंने पूछा है phi 1, इसका मतलब एरिया लेस देन 1. निगेटिव तो कभी नहीं आएगा क्योंकि वो प्रोबेबिलिटी है और एरिया कभी भी निगेटिव नहीं होती है. तो ये बी आया है हमारा. Fourth, x and y are two independent normal variable with mean 10, 12 and standard deviation 3 and 4. Then x plus y is normally distributed with. ये कल ही मैंने आपको बताया था इसका कि if x follows normal distribution with mean mu1 and variance 1 and y follows normal distribution with mu2 and variance 2, then x plus y follows normal distribution with mu1 and mu2 and variance 1 and variance 2. Now see, in this case, X is normally distributed with mean 10 and standard deviation 3. Standard deviation 3 है, पण मग variance काय आहे? 9. Y is normally distributed with mean 12 and standard deviation 4. Standard deviation 4 म्हणजे variance काय झालं? 16. So X plus Y will also follow normal distribution with mean mu1 plus mu2. So 10 plus 12, 22. And variance 9 plus 16, 25. See if you have the answer. Yes. B is your answer. पण B मध्ये त्यांनी काय दिलेलं आहे? स्टँडर्ड डेव्हिएशन 25 दिलंय. पण आपला variance 25 आहे. स्टँडर्ड डेव्हिएशन तर 5 आहे. मग C आन्सर आहे. Now set C. If it is known that the probability of a missile hitting a target is 1/8, what is the probability that out of 10 missiles fired, out at least 2 will hit the target? Now first you have to identify whether it is binomial Poisson. Now you are firing 10 missiles. It means n is less than 10. So it's binomial. So they have said, now this is set C. N is 10, P is 1/8. And you want probability of at least 2. That is probability that it is hit for twice, thrice, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. इतना सब निकालने से अच्छा है, मैं बोलूंगी X is less than 2 का complement. That is 1 minus P of X is 0 and 1. आणि त्याचा कॉम्प्लिमेंट. आता हे 1/8 आहे, तर Q काय असेल? 7/8. Hitting a target is 1/8, right? So त्याचं कॉम्प्लिमेंट काय येणार आहे? P चं 7/8. So this is 1 minus 10C0. 1/8 raised to 0, 7/8 raised to 10. Plus 10C1. 1/8 raised to 1, 7/8 raised to 9. And now you have to solve this. So if this becomes difficult, you can also go like this. 1 divided by 8 is 0.125. And 7 divided by 8 is 0.875. किंवा मग तुमच्याकडे कॅल्सी आहे, you can easily do this. See, 1 minus 10C1 is 10C0 is 0. 1/8 raised to 0 is 0. 7/8 raised to 10. 7 divided by 8 is 0.875. 0.875 raised to 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. ते येतं 0.2631. Plus 10C1 is 10. This comes 0.3758. 0.2631 plus 0.375. Then minus 1. Your answer is 0.3611. Do you have the answer there? Yes, D is your answer. आणि या कॅल्सीवर कसं करायचं आहे मी तुम्हाला आधीच सांगितलंय. 7/8 raised to 10. 0.875 raised to 10 काढायचा. हे सॉल्व करायचं, ऍड करा, 1 मधनं मायनस करा, यू हॅव गॉट युअर आन्सर. Next one. If a random variable x follows binomial distribution with mean phi, satisfying the condition, find the value of this. Okay, mean is 5 for binomial. This is your mean. And the condition is 10, p of x is equals to 0 is p of x is equals to 1. So 10 p of x is equals to 0 is p of x is equals to 1. Then p of x is equals to 0 is nc0 p raised to 0 q raised to n is equals to nc1 p raised to 1 q raised to n minus 1. हे तो 1 येईल इकडे, nc0 p raised to 0 1 येईल, 10 q raised to n is equals to nc1 is n p q raised to n minus 1 can be written as q raised to n upon q. Indices, this and this will get cancelled. np is 5, 10 is equals to 5 by q. q is equals to 5 upon 10. q is 1 by 2. So p is also 1 by 2. आता काय पाहिजे त्यांना? p मिळालं, q मिळालं, n पण शोधून काढू शकतो आपण. They want what is the value of p of x is greater than equal to 1 when you know that it is greater than 0. They again, आता त्याच्यामध्ये पण त्यांना कंडिशनल प्रोबॅबिलिटी हवी. n पण शोधून काढू शकतो आपण. np is 1 by 5, p is 1 by 2, n is equal to 10. Now you want p of x is greater than equal to 1 when you already know that x is greater than 0. This is conditional probability. It means probability of x is greater than equal to 1 intersecting x is greater than 0. Whole thing upon p of x is greater than 0. Now tell me, what is the intersection between x is greater than equal to 1 and x is greater than 0? What does it means? एक तर binomial आहे, म्हणजे discrete आहे, म्हणजे x एक तर 0 असेल नाही तर 1 असेल, नाही तर 2 असेल. आता what does intersection between x is greater than equal to 0 and x is greater than 0 means? It is same almost, right? X is greater than or equal to 1 when x is greater than 0. It's almost same. Actually, the answer has to be 1, but you will click the answer that is nearby to 1. So what is the answer nearby to 1? C, 0.99. कारण हे binomial असल्यामुळे x will be 0 or 1 or 2 or so on 10 पर्यंत. त्यांनी काय विचारलंय? X is greater than or equal to 1 when x is greater than 0. Now when x is greater than 0, it is 1, 2, 3, so on up to 10. When x is greater than equal to 1, it is 1, 2, 3, so on up to 10. So this means same. हे जे intersection आहे, the same way. Okay, it is nothing but set A is intersecting with set A. So it is almost x is greater than 0 upon probability of x is greater than 0, which is equal to 1. पण आता आपल्याकडे 1 चा आन्सर नाहीये, तर 1 च्या सगळ्यात जवळपासचं काय? 0.99. So you will take that answer. Now next, fifth one. Out of 128 families with 4 children each, how many are expected to have at least 1 boy and 1 girl? How many families are expected to have? There are 128 families. Sorry, so this is capital N. N is 4 children. Probability of getting a girl, if I say, is a success, then it is 1 by 2. And Q is also 1 by 2. You want at least 1 boy and 1 Good. नहीं, बाइनोमियल ही है। और एक बात मैं बोलूं, अगर गलती से आपने एग्जाम में बाइनोमियल के सम में क्वेश्चन यूज भी कर लिया तो भी आपका आंसर गलत नहीं आएगा कभी भी। आप दोनों इससे करो, आपका आंसर सेम आएगा। कुछ पण फक्त काय होतं, पॉइशन मध्ये कॅल्क्युलेशन जास्त असतात। बायनॉमियल म्हणजे इथे ई रेस टू मायनस एम वगैरे बायनॉमियल मध्ये कधी कधी जास्त असू शकतात कॅल्क्युलेशन. Okay, now here you want that the families, see number of children in each family is only 4. 4 means binomial, na? Less than 30. Now they should have at least one boy and one girl. So X should be at least 1. But X has to be, so if getting a girl is a success, then X has to be from 1 to 3. So you will have only one girl, or you will have 2 girls, or you will have only 3 girls. All 4 are not girls and all 4 are not boys. At least one girl, at least one boy. So this will be 4C1, 1 by 2 raised to 1, 1 by 2 raised to 3. म्हणजे एक girl आणि 3 मुलं. Or 4C2, 1 by 2 raised to 2, 1 by 2 raised to 2. Or 4C3, 1 by 2 raised to 3, 1 by 2 raised to 1. This will be 4C1 is 4, 2 raised to 4 is 16, plus 4C2 is 6, 16 plus 4, 16. So this is 14 by 16 or 7 by 8 is the probability. Now this is the probability. We don't want probability. We want number of families. So we will multiply 7 by 8 by 128. That is 16, 16 sevens are 112. So 112 families will have at least one boy and one girl. They win the answer? Yes, B is the answer. Then question number 6. In 10 independent rolling of biased dice, a probability that an even number will appear 5 times is twice the probability that an even number will appear 4 times. What is the probability that an even number will appear twice when the dice is rolled 8 times? They are saying the dice is biased. That is, probability that every number will appear is not 1 by 6. It's not equal probability. The dice is biased. And you are rolling the dice for 10 times. So n is equal to 10. And the probability, they are saying, the probability that even number will appear 5 times is twice the probability that even number will appear 4 times. So P of x is equals to 5 is equals to P of 4P of x is equals to 4. Sorry, twice, right? They are saying. So NC5, P raised to 5, Q raised to n minus 5 is 2 NC4, P raised to 4, Q raised to n minus 4. It is n factorial, 5 factorial, n minus 5 factorial, P raised to 5 and thus P raised to 4. Only P will remain here. This is Q raised to n upon Q raised to 5. 2 n factorial, 4 factorial, n minus 4 factorial into Q raised to n upon Q raised to 4. This and this will get cancelled. P, Q. Now this 5 will remain here, 4 factorial will get cancelled. आणि याच्यात पण फक्त n minus 4 च राहील, n minus 5 factorial cancel. हे 5 into 4 factorial असतं. Into n minus 5 factorial is equals to 2, 4 factorial, n minus 4, n minus 5 factorial. This and this will get cancelled. 4 factorial will get cancelled. Okay, so now what remains is P upon 5Q is equals to 2 upon N minus 4. So P is 10Q upon N minus 4. Now we have to find out P or Q. काहीतरी एक तर काढावं लागेल आपल्याला. Have they given any other information? N is 10, so we can put that value. So N minus 4 into P is equals to 10Q. 10 minus 4 will be 6P is equals to 10Q. Q is 1 minus P, we know this. So 6P is equals to 10 minus 10P. That will come here. 10P plus 6P is equals to 10. 16P is 10. P is 10 by 16 or 5 by 8. So Q will be 3 by 8. Because the dias is biased, so probability of even and odd number are different. Now they say that if this is the probability of even, what is the probability that even number will appear twice when the dias is rolled 8 times? Now if I am rolling the dias for 8 times, when P is 5 by 8 and Q is 3 by 8, they want a probability that X should be 2. So it will be 8C2, 5 by 8 raised to 2, 3 by 8 raised to 6. C2 is 28. 5 by 8 का ये 25 by 64 and 3 by 8. So 729 upon 8 raised to 6 का आता है 2,62,144. Now let us multiply the numerator and the denominator. So 28 into 25 into 729, that is 5,10,300 divided by थोडंसं मोठं चाललंय 1,67,77,216. Your answer is 0.30. Now let us check if we have the answer here. Yes, we have answer 0.304. 0.304. पहिले तर त्यांनी काय सांगितलं की डायस 10 टाइम्स रोल होताना आणि तो बायस डायस आहे. So probability of getting a even number is twice the probability of getting even number 4 times. So by solving this, we have found out this P and Q का value. क्योंकि ये bias डायस है, तो probability even number की 1/2 नहीं आ रही है, even and odd number के. फिर वो P and Q को use करके we have found out the probability of getting even number twice when the dice is thrown 8 times. This is really a very big sum and मतलब usually इतने बड़े sums नहीं आते हैं usually, but still we should do these sums because nothing is confirmed. We don't know what will come in exam. हे खूप मोठं 6th. हे जे आहे 7th फिटिंग बायनॉमियल डिस्ट्रीब्युशन, हे असे सम्स आता आपल्याला येत नाही. नाही येत. 7th कॅन्सल करा, हे नाही येत आपल्याला. हे खूपच मोठं असतं. हे एक्स आणि एफ दिलंय तुम्हाला, याचं मीन आणि स्टँडर्ड डेव्हिएशन काढायचं. म्हणजे मी दाखवेन तुम्हाला हे सॉल्व्ह करून, पण हे येत नाही. ओके, तर आता पहिले तर दिस इज अनग्रुप डेटा इन शॉर्ट. एक्स आणि एफ दिले त्यांनी 0 1 2 3 4 and what is the frequency? 16 25 32 17 10. 16 25 32 17 10. Now first thing that you will do is find out mean. Mean of such data is summation fx upon summation f. Find out mean and also find out standard deviation. We know how to find out standard deviation for ungrouped data. Find out mean and find out standard deviation for this data. Then I'll tell you how it is to be done further. Standard deviation is f x minus bar x bracket square upon summation f. You can straight away find out the variance also. पहिले mean आणि standard deviation काढा group data चा. Then we will talk about this. So this was given to you. We have found out mean. Mean is 1.8 and variance is 1.4. कारण हे binomial आहे. So mean is obviously greater than variance. That is no given. N is 4. Number of trials is 4. NP is 1.8. So 4P is 1.8. P is 0.45. Q is 0.55. I want to find out the sum of expected frequencies of x's 2, 3 and 4. So expected frequencies of 2, 3 and 4. We will find out expected frequency. 4C2 0.45 into 0.55 raised to 2 raised to 2. And this whole thing will be multiplied by capital N, which is 100 here. कुठून आला 100? हे summation f 100 है ना? That is capital N. Okay. Then 4C3 0.45 raised to 3, 0.55 raised to 1 into 100. 4C4 0.45 raised to 4, 0.55 raised to 0 into 100. Find out the expected frequencies. So 4C2 is 4 into 3. This is 6. 0.45 square. Multiplied by 100. It comes 36.7. So approximately I'll say that this is expected frequency is 37. Similarly, we can solve for this. 0.45 is a cube multiplied by 0.55. This is 20 and here 0.45. This is 4. If you add them, It is 61. D is your answer, the sum of all expected frequencies. But because this is too big for a sum to solve in 1 minute, म्हणजे त्यांनी तुम्हाला हे असं दिलेलं असेल, you will first find out mean and then standard deviation, then from that you will, that is variance, from that you will find P and Q, आणि मग ते एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रिक्वेन्सी काढा. हे खूप मोठं आहे आणि हे जनरली कधीही आलेलं नाहीये एक्झाम मध्ये. एकच मार्काचा क्वेश्चन असतो पेपर मध्ये सगळेच, म्हणजे मॅथ्सचा एमसीक्यू आणि इकोचा. तर एका मार्कासाठी हे खूप मोठं आहे आणि त्यांनी कधी सीपीटी मध्ये पण हे असं टाकलेलं नाहीये आणि फाउंडेशनला पण आजपर्यंत असं आलं नाहीये. सो मोस्ट प्रोबॅबली दिस वोंट कम फॉर एक्झाम, दिस काइंड ऑफ सम. आणि जरी आले तरी व्हॉट इज द मेथड, येत तर नाहीच 90%, पण you will find out mean and standard deviation or variance. You will find out mean and variance. From mean and variance for binomial, you will find out this P and Q ka value, and then you will find out the expected value. Here N, capital N is summation F. This is how we'll do this sum. Then question number 8. If X follows normal distribution with mean 50 and standard deviation 10, then what is the value of X is less than equal to 60 when X is greater than 50? Because this is normal distribution. You want probability that X is less than equal to 60 when you know that X is greater than 50. So what is the probability? This is conditional. This is probability that X is less than equal to 60 when you already know that it is X is greater than 50. Upon probability that X is greater than 50. Now X is less than equal to 60 when you know that X is greater than 50. This is nothing but X is in between 50 and 60. Right? X 60 पेक्षा कमी पाहिजे पण 50 पेक्षा तो जास्त आहे, तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी माहिती आहे. म्हणजे X 50 आणि 60 च्या मध्ये पाहिजे तुम्हाला. Okay, this less than or equal to or what, it doesn't make a lot of difference here. Upon X is greater than 50. Now what is the mean of the normal distribution? It is 50 and standard deviation is 10. First I'll find out probability that X is in between 50 and 60. So I'll find out if X is 50, what is Z? Z is 50 minus 50 upon 10, that is 0. And when X is 60, Z will be 60 minus 50 upon 10, that is 1. Because Z is X minus mu upon 10, we already know this. So you want area between 0 and 1. So what is the area? Probability that X is in between 50 and 60 is actually area between Z is equals to 0 and Z is equals to 1, which we already know that it is 0.3413. आत्ताच मगाच्या सम मध्ये त्यांनी सांगितलं होतं की area is 0.3413. So probability that X is in between 50 and 60 is 0.3413. मागे एका सम मध्ये त्यांनी सांगितलं ना याची एरिया 0.3413 आहे म्हणून मी तीच घेतली आहे. जनरली एक्झाम मध्ये असं सम आलं तर ती लोक तुम्हाला व्हॅल्यूज देऊन टाकतात. Okay, so you know now that X is in between 50 and 60 is 0.3413. Now what is the probability that X is greater than 50? At X is equals to 50, Z is 0. So this is nothing but area greater than Z is equals to 0. Now if this is the case, then this is Z is 0, this area I want, which is 0.5. So the required probability that X is greater than equal to 60, when you already know that X is less than equal to 60, when you already know that x is greater than 50, is actually x is in between 50 and 60 upon x is greater than 50. That is 0.3413 upon 0.5. That is 0.6826. I have answer 682. B is your answer. See, they have combined the conditional probability and normal distribution here. त्यांनी काय केलेलं आहे याच्यात, त्यांनी कंडिशनल प्रोबॅबिलिटी दिली आहे. आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे पी ऑफ ए बाय बी काय असतं, पी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी अपॉन पी ऑफ बी, बरोबर आहे. आपण तेच केलं, पी ऑफ ए इंटरसेक्शन बी म्हणजे एक्स इज लेस दॅन इक्वल टू 60 इंटरसेक्टिंग एक्स इज ग्रेटर दॅन 50. दिस मीन्स व्हॉट, एक्स 60 पेक्षा कमी आहे पण 50 पेक्षा जास्त आहे, म्हणजे एक्स जो आहे तो 50 आणि 60 च्या मध्ये. जर नॉर्मल कर्व खाली बघितलं तर एक्स च्या एरिया अंडर 0 आणि 1 ही एरिया पाहिजे आपल्याला, ती येते 0.3413 आणि p of x is greater than 50, area greater than z is equals to 0. So if you go with this will become 0.3413 upon 0.5, that is 0.6826 or 28, whatever it is. That is your answer. B.